Yo, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back and welcome to Khris Wrestling Views here on YouTube.com. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel you guys enjoying today. So you guys, I got a video for you guys that I want to do a reaction to. That is by no one other than the guy Tap Out Connor here on YouTube. Make sure you guys check out his channel. Make sure you guys also like, comment, and subscribe on his videos as well. And you guys, I just want to do a reaction to his video. And this video, you guys, is titled, Why No Wrestler Wants to Be Number 14 in the Royal Rumble. So it seems as it's a curse. So you guys, with that being said, of course, we got the Royal Rumble, which is next Saturday, you guys. Actually, yeah, next Saturday. So, you know, next week, you know, will be the Monday, will be the Monday following into Royal Rumble. We all know that some superstars hate coming in first. Some of them don't like coming in toward the middle. Some people like to come in like at number 20 or 25 or something like that, just to try to be the last, you know, be along with the last four people. But most of the time, you guys, you don't get that privilege to be in the Royal Rumble, you know, for a long time. And then you eventually end up getting thrown out, you guys. So let's check out the video today by Tap Out Connor. Like I said, why no wrestler wants to be number 14 in the Royal Rumble.
The Royal Rumble is one of the most exciting shows WWE puts on each year. In the main event, 30 wrestlers compete, with the winner receiving a world title match at WrestleMania. Each wrestler gets a different entry number, and while some numbers are more favorable than others, there is one number that's best to avoid. Which one is that? Number 14. Why is it so bad? Well, let's take a look at the first person to enter the Royal Rumble at number 14 back in 1988. The 14th
that was a
entrant
long
that year
time.
was a wrestler named Ron Bass. He spent about 10 minutes in the Rumble, and at first, it seemed like everything was okay. After the Rumble, Bass had feuded with some future Hall of Famers and also co-captained a team at the 1988 Survivor Series. However, in 1989, Ron Bass would leave WWE. Then, in 1991, Bass had to retire due to injuries he suffered over his career, only about 3 years after he competed at the Royal Rumble. Okay, a bit odd, but that's just one person. Well, in 2006, Joey Mercury was the 14th entrant. After competing in the Royal Rumble,
I definitely remember
Mercury
this one, you guys.
The WWE Tag Team Championship, but he'd also be suspended for failing a wellness policy. On top of that, that same year, he suffered a brutal injury during a ladder match.
Golly,
Then,
y'all remember
was
that?
Released in March 2007, a little over a year after entering as the 14th entrant in the Royal Rumble. Unfortunately, it doesn't end with Mercury and Ron Bass. From 1993 to
like karma is
1995,
coming, y'all.
Berserker, Ray Apollo,
Look at that.
who was Donkey Clown, and Jacob Blue
Got
all
Joey
entered
Mercury
at number
good.
14. All three were released
Got
less
hurt.
than a year after their respective Royal Rumble appearances.
And got
In the
released.
1996 Royal Rumble, a wrestler named Doug Gilbert was given the 14th spot, and he never appeared in WWE again. In 2004, Rikishi, who had been with WWE since 1992 and was a legend in his own right, came out as the 14th entrant and was then released about
And then
6
got
months
thrown
later.
out.
The same thing happened to Orlando Jordan in 2005 and Stardust, aka Cody Rhodes, in 2016. Both wrestlers were released only months after they entered as number 14. In 2019, one of WWE's biggest stars, Dean Ambrose, got the infamous 1-4. Just 2 days later.
Now, you guys, let's take a look at Dean Ambrose, aka also known as Jon Moxley. So, of course, you guys, Jon Moxley is a part of AEW. WWE is trying to open like this forbidden door and everything like that. But not to get off topic, you guys, could we see Jon Moxley come to WWE at the Royal Rumble to basically, like, let's just say, try to do like a Shield reunion or something at the Rumble, something that'll shock us as wrestling fans? But we would just have to see if that'll happen. But we know Moxley is basically, you know, in rehab and all that good stuff, you guys. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue with this.
Later, the company publicly announced that Dean Ambrose would not be renewing his contract, and he left in April of that year. Then, the following year, Braun Strowman got dealt the 14th position. At first, it seemed like he had beaten the curse,
This
as he
makes a
won the
lot of
Universal
sense, you
Championship
guys.
shortly
Just
after
really
the
think
Rumble.
about all
Then,
this.
out of nowhere, in June 2021, the Monster
Every
Among
time you
Men
can,
was
I wonder who's
released
going to be number
after he had just
14 this
competed
year,
in a WWE Championship
or number
match.
15,
Are you
or
starting to see why
13.
people say number 14 is cursed? Well, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Let's go back to the second 30-man Royal Rumble in 1989. The 14th man out was Marty
Oh man, I
Jannetty,
was
who
only
at the
a couple
time
years
was part of
old.
the Rockers with Shawn Michaels. They had some decent success, but Marty's career and life would take a nosedive almost exactly 3 years after the Royal Rumble. In 1992, Jannetty would be arrested for possessing cocaine and
Oh
attacking
my
a police
God.
officer. After his arrest was over, Marty Jannetty returned to WWE, but was then released only a few months later for allegedly being under the influence during a match. This became the pattern for Jannetty. At the age of 45, he was re-signed by WWE only to get arrested again and be released before making much of an impact. Even after that, WWE would re-sign Marty Jannetty only for Jannetty to be released once again. There's even more
Golly.
issues that have plagued the former WWE
Are
star's
you
life,
serious?
but
Number
you get the
14
picture.
is that
Goldust
bad?
was the 14th entrant in the 1997 Royal Rumble. He'd be released from WWE several times after the event, and he unfortunately had trouble outside of the ring too. The bizarre one went through 2 divorces and had a drug problem, which he thankfully has overcome. Jeff Hardy entered as number 14 in the 2007 Royal Rumble, and his career
Dang, that
has
was in
been filled with
2008.
controversy. Perhaps the most controversial of all was in 2011 when he wrestled a match under the influence live on pay-per-view. All of this is why the 14th entrant has been called cursed, but there's even more. In the 1981 Royal Rumble, the British Bulldog came out at number 14. Of course, shortly after the Rumble, the Bulldog had his career-defining moment of winning the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. However, things didn't stay that way. The same year he won the title, British Bulldog was released for allegedly receiving human growth hormones.
Oh my
After
goodness.
WWE, Bulldog joined their rival, WCW. Less than a year as part of the company, Bulldog would be released when he got into a fight. at
I'm
a
guessing
bar.
number
While the
14,
British
you
Bulldog
guys,
would wrestle again
is
for both
a
WWE
cursed
and
number to be
WCW,
in the
his
Royal
career would
Rumble.
continue to be plagued with
I'm
injuries,
wondering what
runs with
is
the
the
law,
reason
and other
why.
issues. Sadly
Is
of
it number
all,
13,
Bulldog would
14,
pass
and
away in
15, I wonder?
2002 at the age
Or
of 49.
could it be
In an
14?
eerie
Or this year
coincidence,
could it be
Hercules,
13,
who drew
14,
number
and
14
15?
in the 1992 Royal Rumble, died 2 years after the British Bulldog due to heart disease. Tragically, this wasn't the last time something like this would happen. One of the greatest of all time, Eddie Guerrero, entered the 2003 Royal Rumble at, of course, number 14.
Oh my God.
Then, at the age of 39, Guerrero sadly passed away in 2005 because of heart failure. Umaga was another wrestler who sadly died much too young in 2009, and the year before, he entered the Royal Rumble at number 14. Now, for those who know the Royal Rumble well, might realize there's some obvious number 14 entrants who seem to have broken the curse. Kofi Kingston got the 14th spot in the 2017 Royal Rumble, and 2 years later, he won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Not only that, but despite the mass releases WWE's had as of late, Kingston is still a part of the company. Now that's all very true, but it's worth mentioning that Kingston lost the WWE title in 7 seconds, which was a new record for shortest WWE Championship match. Another very obvious curse breaker is Shinsuke Nakamura in 2018, since he won the Rumble. Again, very true, but then he got his championship match at WrestleMania against AJ Styles. This should have been a phenomenal match, but it was underwhelming, which is pretty surprising considering they nearly had a 5-star match about 2 years ago in Japan. Was it the Royal Rumble curse? Who knows? Looking back at the most recent Royal Rumble in 2021, the 14th man out was Damian Priest. As of right now, Priest has had a pretty solid career, from teaming with Bad Bunny to winning the United States Championship. It looks like Priest has beaten the curse, at least for now. The 2022 Royal Rumble is coming up, so we'll have to see who gets number 14, and most importantly, what happens after the Rumble. Something important to note is that there's actually 4 other ways wrestlers can be eliminated from the Royal Rumble. To find out what they are, watch the video on screen.
So you guys, with like after basically seeing that, you guys, I'm wondering. Come on, advertisement.
2011.
So you guys, after seeing that, I am wondering who will be number 14 come next Saturday at 8 o'clock on January the 29th. Who will be that superstar to come out as number 14? Who will be that who will basically be that superstar to maybe get cursed, that maybe get released, that maybe get hurt, that maybe something, whatever would happen? Could it be number 14 this year? Could it be number 13 this year? Could it be number 15? Who knows? But you guys, I know something is going to go down after the Royal Rumble. Something is going to happen to somebody if they get the number 14 spot, because after Tap Out Connor talked about those things, it definitely seems as if that it is basically cursed to be number 14 when coming out for the Royal Rumble. So yes, you guys, let me know who you think is going to win the women's and men Royal Rumble. I will be doing my Royal Rumble prediction video this week, you guys. So stay tuned and look out for that and all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching Khris Wrestling Views here on YouTube.com. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.